Hey everybody, welcome back to another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Rise of the Witch King. My name is Master Cloud, and I am going to be casting this game for you, which is a 1 versus 1 on the map The Iron Hills. This is a game I played, I'm assuming online. I can check that for a fact here in a second. It is going to be online. So I'm going to be spawning in the lower left-hand side as Morder, and my opponent in the top right is going to be Uruk-kuk as the Dwarves. It's interesting that he didn't go for Isengard. I'm not sure if this game, obviously this game is online, I'm not sure if we picked random or not. I'm assuming because I got my favorite race, we did not. So it is just going to be a sort of an intense matchup here between the forces of Mordor and the forces of King Dane and his troops, I guess you could say. Now, it looks like I'm going to be building my orc pit way up here. Possibly for some forward aggression. I'm not quite sure. It looks like he is also going for very quick barracks. And where's his second mine going to be? That is a really good question. He has, of course, one mine here, and then he must have sent his other builder off somewhere else. Possibly somewhere sneaky to build a mine in the back of my base or something. I'm not quite sure where his other mine is going to be. I can't find it right at the moment. Sure wish the casting layout for this game was a lot better, but it simply is not. So it looks like he will throw those units right in that mine, and then they should come out hopefully nearer my my troops here. Now it looks like I am going to be going for some orc archers here in the beginning. Do I already have a group out? No, I don't. Or, no, actually his mine was right down here. So it wasn't a forward mine, it was just to move the dwarf slightly from there to there a little bit faster so that he could grab some of this extra income. Now it looks like I'm going for, of course, the orc archers. We'll probably focus on this spider layer first as well. And that just, of course, provides that little bit of extra income in this beginning. After, of course, you kill these, you get to pick up the money below. And especially early game, that money can make such a big difference. You know, helping you get out an extra unit, helping you get out an extra building, an extra mine, even extra hero sometimes. Only about 150 to 200 minerals there, but you know, definitely worth it when, of course, you're only making 25 from each of these, especially early game. So it looks like I do take out those spiders there, and we'll start to work on that. I do have a second group of archers on the way, and actually they're going to run into the builder here of Uruk, and he's going to be building a mine right in front of my face, almost to taunt me to attack it. However, the problem here is that once this is finished, the dwarves are going to pop out of here, and close range archers versus dwarves is not going to be good. So instead I'm going to switch focus here. I'm going to take out the builder, so at least I get a small victory there. That's about a $500 worth victory if he ever decides to rebuild him. And these dwarves actually are going to go right back into their mine. Not sure why they didn't want to fight, possibly because of the terrain that we're on. A little scared to engage that close, especially where I can reinforce so quickly. And so it looks like I will be working this down now, although he might be thinking about bringing those dwarves back up there. He does have 3 units now, and he is going to empty them somewhere else. So he is, nope, he did empty them inside there. So they are stuck in the mine right now. You can kind of see their shadows in there. But when this happens, you got to select your dwarves and like click out somewhere for them to get out of there. Now he does actually throw down a heal. I'm really not sure why he did that. But he is going to try and focus down this orc pit. And my dwarves are going to switch to attacking the guardians. Actually using charge there. You don't really see that attack used very often, but right there he did actually use charge for those dwarves. And taking down that barracks has put me in a little bit of trouble. I'm attempting to get out some Easterlings just to be sort of front fodder for my archers. The problem is my archers have all almost died at this point. I have taken out a significant number of the guardians here. 5 left down here and a couple left here. So it looks like I might be able to survive. Of course, the Easterling's also here to take down this mine, which he is going to go ahead and cancel to gain back 11 resources for, I believe. And now these dwarves are left sort of alone, stranded here. And we do have a hero out, Prince Brand, for him, and have I gone for a hero? It looks like not yet. I'm just mainly focused on trying to hold this position. I would assume we would be either seeing Gothmog or Mouth of Sauron for myself pretty quickly here. And while he sort of builds up his forces, gets Prince Brand out, most likely has him go somewhere to level up, possibly finds a pit to attack or something. And actually he's just going to have him run here and grab this gold that is left over from possibly an earlier attack with the Guardians in order to kill that. Now Prince Brand does find a group of my archers here, and that is going to start to help him level. Once he gets level 2, of course, he gets that slam shot, and I realize this, and of course pull my archers back. Not just wanting to give free kills here to Prince Brand, who can pick off my units at such long range. Now the question is exactly what am I going for here? I do have the spider pit left here, so most likely when I get Mouth of Sauron out, I will send him there to start leveling up. Prince Brand up to level 2, able to take out almost an entire unit of Easterlings there. He is going to have to run now, but with this mine easily in range, he will be able to safely escape. Actually, he should probably pop out these units and just engage me directly. He definitely has enough units to hold me off here, especially with Prince Brand and the slam shot available to him. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to pop out all these units, and it looks like I'm going to throw down the bonus, possibly just sacrifice these Easterlings so that my archers can get at a safe range, deal a little bit of preliminary damage, and then fall back. And I do have Mouth of Sauron out now, so he is going to be joining the battlefield. He will be pretty effective against all of these units, however, not in mass number if the Dwarves can mass up enough units. And they actually have a Phalanx coming out now, as well as more archers, or X-Throwers rather. So Mouth of Sauron, of course, pretty happy right now. He can just easily trample and deal with all of these troops quite easily, but as soon as that Phalanx shows up, and there it is, he's going to be under a lot of stress. And he's actually just going to charge right into them. That is definitely a huge mistake. He needs to fall back now before he dies. But will he be able to get out of there? Prince Brand trying to take him down, and he makes a sharp left turn in an attempt to get away. That was a huge mistake. Almost lost a very expensive hero. Well, not very expensive, but very expensive at the early game. But the problem is he's completely weakened now. It's going to take him a long time to heal up. So in the meantime, I've gone for these Roderick Lancers in an attempt to deal with the Guardians here. However, the heal goes down, and that's going to prevent all the damage, or that's going to deal all the damage I just did from that charge. I was able to take out a couple of them, as you can see their bodies slowly soaking into the soil, but not enough to get rid of these units. And I really have no idea why he's falling back right now. That's a big mistake on his part. Prince Brand could take out all of these units himself. So I don't know why he's falling back now, possibly just to reorganize, to regroup, collect his thoughts, maybe cast a spell here or there, build a mine, of course. So trying to concentrate on other things, trying to focus on the macro more, and less on the micro of the battle here. It looks like I'm going to be building a second Orc pit. I'm trying to get out more archers. I'm trying to build up a large enough force to deal with this many Dwarves. Meanwhile, Mouth of Sauron is going to run all the way to the top. He does have that horse, which gives him the speed, of course, to be able to go all the way to the top here quite quickly, and he's going to capture that signal fire, which, of course, provides me increased power cooldown times, which means I'll get things back faster, like my Tainted Land bonus. Now, it looks like, in terms of powers, my opponent is much farther ahead of me. He has the heal spell and the Dwarven Riches. He doesn't have any more power points at the moment, but it looks like he's about 2 1/4 above me, as I'm not, actually even more than 2 1/4, about 3 1/4 above me in terms of power points. So I do need to, so he's definitely winning in terms of damage done, structures destroyed, things like that. So I definitely am on the back foot at this point. However, with this large army, I feel like I should be able to thwart any attempts or any attacks he makes now. Now it looks like he's actually mostly focusing on the axe throwers, and it's going to be adding a battle wagon to the mix, possibly with the leadership bonus. We'll see if he adds on this banner carrier, which does provide the leadership. Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. So he'll pop that as soon as he can, and that'll give his dwarves a giant leadership bonus, which will basically have our troops be equal, especially because I have this Tainted Land bonus right here. So if I can stay on the Tainted Land, then at least I have an equal fighting chance. I do have Gothmog on now to deal some extra damage with all the ground troops as the Dwarves have, and he is not going to get any units out of there before I take that down. That will help me even out the power points just a little bit more, and bring me back into this game in terms of spells. Now, where's Malthasar? It looks like he's going to be in here. He's finally fully healed, only up to level 2 and about half, but that's going to be enough to warrant an attack, especially with all these archers I have. I don't want to wait too long, because when you wait too long with dwarves, you end up with enemy dwarven heroes, and when you end up with enemy dwarven heroes, you lose. So definitely want to make an attack before you can build up, you know, King Dane, Gloin, Gimli, any of these heroes. I'd like to put the pressure on, keep him building these sort of units that I can deal with, that are, you know, that are tough, that are meaty, but that I can have an answer for. Now, what I don't have an answer for right now is this battle wagon, which needs to run into my pikemen, but narrowly misses them, and is going to instead just charge through my archers. Actually, that battle wagon launched his, what's called, oil barrels, which actually do a significant amount of damage if they can start a fire, and they did start a fire. So that's well played by him, and a second battle wagon shows up now. I might be able to kill the first one, but he doesn't have a second one, so it's not like he's completely lost his leadership bonus. However, my mounted troops are able to sneak in from the right side here and take out several units of, what was that? Several units of his archers, making it semi-even. Gloin is now out for the dwarves, though. And Bran, of course, still alive and kicking in the back. Malthasar attempting to chase down this battle wagon with it being upgraded. I want to take that out. That is a good victory for me in terms of getting that battle wagon, but I have lost the brunt of my forces. And it looks like even Gothmog fell during that battle. So Malthasar does manage to get out. However, I have been macroing very well behind this. Looks like I have a full unit of archers, and I'm working on fire. I have the fire upgrade already, building a couple more Easterlings in fear of that battle wagon, in fear of those battle wagons. When you have this many Easterlings, or when you have this many archers, you just have to throw in a couple of units of Easterlings in order to defend, especially from the dwarves, from things like battle wagons. I'm sorry, Gothmog did survive that battle. Looks like he just retreated a little bit early, so that he didn't, you know, die to Gloin and Brand there at the end. So a little bit of sacrificing there going on for my troops in order to get him out of the battle, but I'd rather have him on the field in good health than dead and have to pay money to rebuild him. And it looks like almost all of these units have the fire upgrade, just this one and this one, I think, waiting for the upgrade. I also have that level 2 unit of archer, or actually they're level 3 units of archers in here as well. So as soon as your archers get to level 2, they get the banner carrier, and of course the banner carrier helps your archers, or helps any unit. If you have a banner carrier in any unit, it helps your units start to rebuild themselves, or respawn more units without having to build them for free. So once those are up to level 2 and higher, that is definitely a huge bonus for my army. It looks like I am going to be pushing forward here again. I want to take down these dwarves before King Dane can get out, before he can sort of rebuild anything that I was able to destroy my first time. And I do manage to get back on my terrain here, which of course remains for quite some time after I cast the spell. Now the problem is the dwarves are actually only up 5. Looks like I'm completely caught back up in power points. So we are even now. As soon as I get up to level 15, that will give me the 15 power rock drop, which is very, very good. Almost supposed to be a 25 power, really. But the battle wagon here, be able to throw down an oil casket, does not start a fire this time, thank goodness. But battle wagon is still doing some damage. My group seems to be stuck at the moment. However, King Dane is out now, and that spell is disaster. As I attempt to take down his fortress, the rebuild goes down, but not in time to save the barrack. My fortress, of course, completely unharmed as of yet. And these forces continuing to push forward. The dwarves here in a lot of trouble. Battle wagon able to take out a whole unit of archers up there. But actually, Malthasar is going to retreat now. He took a lot of damage. And with King Dane out in that rebuild, this fortress is going to survive. Prince Bran, of course, still alive now to level 6. King Dane already up to level 3. Gloin is up to level 4. And this is exactly the sort of situation that I get fearful of seeing, which is, of course, that now the Dwarven heroes are out and they're starting to level up. And when you have Dwarven heroes that are leveled up, and Gimli is out now as well. So all the Dwarven heroes now gracing the field, and no doubt causing me to be very scared. As honestly, who wouldn't be? Actually going to send a lot of his troops into this mine. I'm not quite sure where he's going to pop them out. Possibly down at one of these locations, though, as he does have several mines along the right side, which he could easily cross the bridge and access my fortress with. So I need to be very careful in terms of keeping an eye on that. Actually has one on the other side. I didn't even see this one in the bottom right. And these are going to pop out right next to my fortress. My fortress is completely unupgraded. I have no idea this is coming. I might have noticed that he attacked this slaughterhouse just once with his forces, but I don't think so. And now I'm going to be making a push. Either I see it and I'm pushing, or I don't see it and I'm pushing anyways. But as they approach my fortress, I'm surely going to be taking notice of this. And at this point, there's absolutely nothing I can do in order to hold off this attack. I mean, the only thing you can do is hope that you have a builder still alive. Gothmog, of course, attempting to hold this off as best he can. But he is just no match and actually seems to be pretty confused about what he wants to do right now. And he's going to brawl as well as my fortress. Now, my army, of course, has reached his fortress, and I'm going to be trying to focus this down as quickly as possible. Because, of course, without my fortress, I have no power. So, at the same time, I need to make sure that he doesn't. And look how close I was to rock drop. I was just one power point away. If I had a rock drop, I could have just rock dropped all those forces around my fortress. But my fire archers quickly take down his fortress. So now both of us without fortresses, both of us without powers at our disposal. However, this group of dwarves, while smaller than my group of archers, is much more powerful. Especially with all, or mainly because of all the dwarven heroes in there. Especially King Dane, who's probably now up to like level 5, Gloin at level 7, and Gimli already boasting level 3 from destroying that fortress. So shared experience between all of them there. Not to mention, I would assume Prince Brand, yeah, he's still with them, almost up to level 7 himself. Now it looks like for the most part I'm just going to be sort of sneaking around here, or not really sneaking, but searching around here for any sort of remaining dwarven buildings. Looks like in the top left I have, no, that's just my watchtower in the top left, which is completely useless now. Now the question is, what buildings do I have left? Of course I have this one left, I have this one, but they found both of them, so they're both in danger. Do I have a builder left? Looks like I actually have some attack trolls. Where in the world did these attack trolls come from? I have absolutely no idea where my attack troll cage is. Oh, it's right here. So I didn't realize I was building this, but I am, and I'm trying to build some attack trolls to sort of finish this game off, to find its remaining buildings. I'm not even sure I have complete control over the map right now. While casting this game, I can't even find its last building. So how do I expect to find it in game is the question. Am I going to have to actually not convert, something. Actually, I'm building up another building up here. Am I going to have to, why can't I think of the right word? Am I actually going to have to confront, that's the right word. Am I actually going to have to confront his troops in battle? I sure hope not, because even with this many archers, it's just not going to be enough, I don't think. I'm desperately sending archers all over the place to try and find its remaining buildings. As for now, I just don't see it as of yet, so it looks like because I can't find it, I have to stop him from destroying all of my buildings, at least slow down his fortresses. And who is that? I do encounter Prince Brand, so Prince Brand goes down, gets caught behind the forces there. And Mothastar immediately going to focus down Gimli, but if Gimli goes into Slayer mode, I'm going to lose absolutely all my troops. He does leave already, and he does go into Slayer mode, and he's going to focus down, I would assume, Mothasar. Gimli, of course, when he goes into Slayer mode, he's 200% attack damage and double attack speed. So Mothasar in a lot of trouble. Cast Descent in an attempt to cause some strife here, but with the Dwarven heroes, this was a terrible mistake in confronting them. My only hope left is any attack trolls I have remaining on the field, or finding his final builder. And of course, his final building is down here on the right side. Has a couple of mines. Actually, I have a couple left here myself. Now the question is, where is my builder? Looks like I have this built here, and actually building a couple of mines to sort of keep my income going during this time of war and strife, and not knowing if I'm going to win or not, as I can't find his building. Actually have a group of archers and Easterlings down here on the right side. I am going to find one of his mines, so this will give him clue at least that I am close to finding his final building. And if he has another builder, he needs to get it to a safe place. Right now I don't see it, as this attack troll finds Gimli. But as you can see, all of his troops are running back here, so obviously he is a little bit worried about me finding this building. If this, I believe this is his last building. Did he lose his builder? He might have. So if he indeed lost his builder, that is his last building. All I have to do is kill that. However, Gloin and Dane, realizing this, have returned home, and of course I see them as they pass this slaughterhouse. So I will pull back my forces in an attempt to save them. Now it looks like I have a couple of units out up here. I'm attempting to build anything that would slow down or is able to scour the map in terms of finding the enemy structure, in terms of holding off King Dane, in terms for the Easterlings. These are all things that I'm trying to do in an attempt to hold on as long as I can while also searching for the final building of the Dwarves. Of course, I don't know that it's down here. I might have an inkling because of, as you can see, I cannot see that. I do not have vision of that. I have vision of everything around my slaughterhouses here, but other than that, I simply do not know where that building is. Now it looks like I'm going to go down here and capture this watchtower. Of course, that's a complete waste of time because I don't even have a fortress. And of course, these forces are going to run in King Dane. However, this watchtower does give me vision of the surrounding area, so that is one bonus of having that. And sometimes players will hide the building up here as well, so that's why I'm bringing up my Easterlings up here, plus to grab the extra money while I'm here. Now the question is, how am I going to respond to take out King Dane and the Dwarven heroes? Now, if it is true that the Dwarven heroes don't have a builder, which I don't believe they have. Maybe I can see his vision here. Yeah, just a little bit. I don't believe they have a builder, although how did that get built? Maybe they do have a builder. I'm just not sure, to be honest. I don't see one, though. So if they indeed do not have a builder, then they cannot build any more mines, which means they can't get that much more income, as he only has a couple of structures left. And now, seeing that the Dwarves are pushing forward here, Gloin, and actually King Dane is coming as well. I'm not sure why these units are not rebuilding, possibly because they're in defensive stance. They will not auto-require enemies, but will they not auto-regen? Or it's possible that they were summoned. No, they should have a summoning thing. So I'm not sure why these units aren't regenerating. But it looks like I am going to find the forces of... Oh my gosh. Gloin is going to find my forces, but throws down Earthquake. And that just completely decimated my forces. And these attack trolls, even to get combined with the archers, are not going to be able to take down Gloin. He's just too meaty. Just too beefy. He will survive that. So now I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm attempting to build a siege work, probably to go for the Black Riders, which sometimes can be an effective unit against Dwarven heroes. Although these units are so high level now, this is why you don't want to fight Dwarven heroes. My builder completely standing in the open here as King Dane and the Dwarves continue to press forward here to find my last remaining bases, so to speak. And at this point, I probably just want to spam Easterlings, I guess is what I'm thinking. But even Easterlings, which are the best sort of low-tier units against heroes, are not going to be effective enough to take down 3 Dwarven heroes at almost level 10, all of them. And as you see, desperately upgrading my siege workshop, trying to get out those Black Nazgul. Of course, Gimli can activate Slayer and still do a lot of damage to them. So I'm not sure this is the best strategy. As you can see, I am just trying to pump out as many units as possible right now. I'm trying to overwhelm the Dwarven heroes with an infinite amount of units, trying to get surrounds. Gimli actually finding my builder there, takes that out. I do have one builder remaining, I think, but I actually have the siege workshop is fully upgraded. I've been able to delay the Dwarven heroes long enough. Lloyd actually in a little bit of trouble. Dane actually a little bit of trouble too, so maybe going for this mass Easterling strategy might not have been a bad idea. Now, does he have any additional units on the way? I'm not sure why he isn't building more units. He's just trying to micro these Dwarven heroes as best as he can. King Dane trying to hold on until he has his heal back up, but without a fortress, he doesn't have his regular heal, so this Dwarven hero is not going to be able to survive long enough. And Gloin goes down, Dane goes down, and now only Gimli remains, even though he's at level basically 10. He can't take on this many heroes, and now the Black Riders are here as well. So it looks like with all of my resources and all of these units in the top right, I might actually be able to hold this off. And amazingly, against the Dwarven heroes fully upgraded, I'm able to sort of mass my units enough to take him down and take the win. Wow. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it, and be sure to stay tuned for my channel for more games of The Lord of the Rings: The Rise of the Witch King. This is Master Cloud, and I am signing out.